Hi Panda friends, it's Mrs. Stewart, and today in science we are going to learn about plants. Now we have not learned about plants yet in the Panda class, so if you guys have any questions, that is okay, and feel free to reach out and I will answer them. So today in science we're just going to do a little review. We're going to learn about what a plant is. Now, we're first going to read a story, and then we're going to do an activity where we look at pictures and decide if that picture is a plant or if that picture is not a plant. Now, we've done this in the Panda classroom. We've done animals or not animals, and we've also done an activity where it's living and non-living things. So you guys are pros at it already. So we're going to get started. Are you guys ready? Awesome. So first, what we're going to do, like I said, we're going to read a story all about plants. Now, I love this story because the first page has beautiful pictures of plants. Now, different types too. We've got some purple flowers, some red flowers, some yellow, and I think I might see a tomato there. That is so cool. So they're beautiful. You ready? All about plants. Plants grow from seeds. After a seed is planted, a sprout will pop out of the soil. So right here, you guys can see there are the seeds. Those are some seeds. Now, these seeds were planted and then a sprout started to pop out of the soil. How cute is that? That's so fun. Now, they said that seeds come in many shapes and sizes. That's pretty cool. The stem will grow taller out of the ground and it will slowly grow into a mature plant. So we've got a stem right here. Now you can also see with this awesome picture on the right side, a stem right there. So cool for that beautiful yellow flower. Now, it'll slowly grow into a mature plant, meaning a grown plant. So a lot of the plants and beautiful flowers that you see that have grown are usually mature. Now, before that, they're just a tiny little sprout like we saw on the page before. Underground, the roots of the plant are growing down into the soil. So we've got the soil right here. Let's say I'm walking on the ground right there, right? And you've got your roots coming down into the soil. So here's where you walk, do, 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 do. Now you might have a little plant that you planted here and the roots go down into the soil. So cool. So right here is a picture of those roots down in that soil. That's pretty awesome. Flower buds begin to grow from the stem of the plant and bloom into a beautiful flower. Now look at that beautiful flower. Oh my goodness, that is stunning. I love it. It's so beautiful and it brings a smile to my face. In the center of the flower are seeds, which new plants will grow from. Did you guys know that? That is pretty wild. That's so cool. So right in the center of the flower are seeds which the new plant will grow from. Plants need water, soil, and light to grow. So let's review that because that's pretty important. They need water, soil, and light. Good job. To grow. The roots search for food and water in the soil. So remember we had the soil right here. You walk around here, but if you have a plant right here, the roots are down in the soil trying to get the nutrients that they need to grow and survive. So they go down into the soil to look for the food and water that they need. Those stems have a very important job because they carry the water and food up to the rest of the plant. That's pretty cool. The leaves make food for the plant. They soak up the sunlight and change it into food the plant needs. That's crazy town. That's so cool. So those leaves sure have a very important job, right? They're soaking up all of that sun and making sure that it turns into food that the plant needs, right, to survive and grow. Now, the veins in the leaves carry food and water to the rest of the plant. Now, if you look at a leaf, maybe you can go outside and find a leaf right now. Now, if you go and look for a leaf, or if you see a leaf another time, or even just look at this picture, you can see some leaves right here and you see some veins. Now, it says that the veins in the leaves carry the food and the water to the rest of the plant. So those veins have a very important job. Here are some plants that we eat. Do you guys like any of these? I sure do. Vegetables are very important for you. Now, what is your favorite part of the plant to eat? Now, here are some examples. So, plants have many different parts. So, you could enjoy the stem of your celery right here, maybe the root for the carrot, flower, broccoli. Oh my goodness, the seed right here. And what about the leaves? Do any of you guys like eating salad? Salad's good for you, right? So those are those leaves that you're eating, and you might also put a little bit of root in there. You might chop up some carrots. I don't know. Pretty cool. So that's all we have for that story. That was pretty fun. So we learned a little bit about what a plant is. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper and decide what is a plant and what is not a plant. But before we do that, we're going to explore what a plant is. Just very simply, what is a plant? Now my sheet right here is going to help you guys. We're going to go through the different things that make a plant. Now first, a plant is a living thing. Okay, pretty cool. So we've learned about living things in the Panda class. So right now, if I learned a plant is a living thing, I could be a plant, right? I'm a living thing. What do you think? No, I'm not a plant. Let's see what else the plant needs and what the plant is. A plant grows. Now, I also grow. I got taller. I used to be really, really little, and then I got taller. And then a plant usually has leaves or flowers. Am I still a plant? No, I am not. I don't have leaves or flowers. I might have flowers at my house, or I might have some leaves from my plant at my house, but I am not a plant. Now, a plant needs the sun and water. Oh my goodness, those are very important things. So, a plant is a living thing. It grows. It usually has leaves or flowers. And lastly, it needs the sun and water. So that's kind of its food. That's its nutrients to survive. Pretty cool. So now what we're going to do is we are going to play our game. Now, this game is plant or not plant. Are you guys ready? Okay, let's get started. Now, plant or not a plant. So we've got a little boy over here watering some beautiful purple flowers. I see a tree over here, and there's a cute little bee. I like that. Okay, so let's look at the first page. Now, these are some examples of plants. Now we're going to go through them and talk about how they're plants. We've got a bush. Now your bush, you might have a bush in your backyard. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bushes in my backyard. That's pretty cool. So for them to grow and survive, they need the sun, they need nutrients from the water, right? And they can grow and get bigger. And usually around summertime, I have to go with my scissors, my gardening scissors, and cut them because they've gotten too big and too crazy. Now we've got some flowers. Oh my gosh, those are so beautiful. Do you have flowers at your house? Maybe you have some in your house. Maybe you have some in your garden. Flowers are beautiful and they can come in all different shapes and sizes. A tree. Now here's a silly story about my tree. I used to have a beautiful tree in my backyard and it was huge. It was so old. But then it got so old that we had to cut it down because it wasn't safe anymore. It wasn't very sturdy. So what we did is we bought 2 new trees and we're so excited about them this year because they're starting to bloom. It's really, really exciting. So they're still little baby trees and they're going to get bigger and hopefully they'll be way taller than me one day. But we planted some new trees. So we've got trees in our backyard and those trees need water and sun as those nutrients, right? So when we first planted those trees, we had to make sure that we watered them every single day to make sure that they got enough water and nutrients to survive. And the next is your grass. Now, have you noticed in the last couple days that maybe your grass grew like crazy? Mine sure did. Now, grass needed that water and that sun, and now that it's not crazy cold outside, there's beautiful weather for the grass to be able to grow. That's pretty cool. Now we've got seeds here. We talked about it earlier. You can take a seed, plant it, and then a sprout will come out, right? Now for those to grow, for those little sprouts to come out, you need water and sun. Now, last is leaves. Now, you might see some leaves growing on the trees. You might see all your trees have beautiful green leaves. Now, in the fall, what happens to those leaves? They fall down. Very good. But those belong to the tree. Now, here's some examples, and I need your help deciding whether they are plants or not plants. Now, this is really, really tricky because I am learning all about plants with you guys right now. So this is new to me too. So let's see, we've got a bee. Oh, bees are so cute. Sometimes they can be a little scary, and that's okay. But most time, all the bee wants to do is get to their flower, right? So now, are bees a plant? No, no, they're not. They might love plants, but they are certainly not plants. Now, what about a nail? Now, I've got a picture frame right here. And if I wanted to put it up on my wall, I might need a nail. Is that a plant? Do I need to water my nail? What about, oh, it definitely needs sun though, right? No, it does not. That is so silly. Now, a nail is not a plant. What about your umbrella? Now, the other day it was super rainy and I needed to bring my umbrella. Now, the umbrella gets water on it, so it's getting water. And now the umbrella, you might use it to block out the sun too if it's a super sunny day. Is it a plant? No, it does not grow. It doesn't have flowers. It doesn't have leaves. No way. Now the next is a watering can. Now this watering can is so cute because it's got a little flower on it. Is the watering can a plant though? No way, Jose. Now next, I hope you guys are able to enjoy some time playing outside or inside. Maybe you're playing with your favorite bouncy ball or kicking around a soccer ball. Maybe. Now, is that a plant? Does it need water and sun to survive? No, it does not. It is not a plant. Now, the last one is a kite. Okay, a kite. I play with it outside. I do need a lot of wind for my kite to move. What do you guys think? Is it a plant or not a plant? It's not a plant. Very good. Now, so those are some examples. We've got not plants right here in all of these pictures that you're looking at right now. And then you've got plants in all of these pictures right now. Wonderful. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to do a little activity, and it's like a little sorting matching activity, and you're going to decide what is a plant and what is not a plant. It's really great practice. And maybe later this week, you might be able to explore your backyard or around your neighborhood, maybe go on a little walk and find different plants, or maybe things that aren't plants. Does that sound fun? Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining me today, and I'm really excited to learn more about plants with you. See you next time.